Greetings, everyone. Namaste. Updates and sharing. I'm proud of myself. Updates in my health and career with AI and financial goals and what spirituality means to me, various things like that. If I can remember all of that I just said. Getting kind of older. Don't remember stuff as well as I used to. Back there are my bow staffs that I train martial arts with. I spin them. There's a park nearby that I'll go to and twirl them. It's kind of fun. Updates in my health. So I recently did there's a machine at Lifetime Fitness where I go to, a machine that takes your weight, body fat percentage, skeletal muscle mass, and some other metric for water retention and inflammation. That one was normal. The other three, my weight was 233.6. My skeletal muscle mass number is 117.7. My body fat was 12.3%. I was quite surprised at this. 12.3% body fat, and I eat like a horse. Lots of meat, some veggies, nuts. I pack in beef and chicken like it's nothing else. And I do a lot of weightlifting, a lot of heavy kicking. I use this body I've been given, and my body feels it. Going to Mexico almost 2 weeks ago now was great. Was wonderful. I needed it. It was kind of like a tune-up, like you would take a car into a shop. I need to take my body into a human body shop, if you will, once a year, probably more than that. But money, it's not like it's a McDonald's Happy Meal level price to go get stem cells and IVs even in Mexico. But I looked at those numbers. I fed those numbers to the AI, and the AI said I'm doing really good in my health at a 12.3% body fat at 48, 6'4", 233 pounds ish. That I have a lot of muscle. That 117.7 skeletal muscle mass number is apparently really high, and it makes sense. I'm lifting weights 5+ days a week at the gym, and I push myself hard. So it's like, let me put the lid on this thing. I'm gaining muscles. I see the muscles. I'm a big, strong, muscular guy, and it's good. I'm starting to see some definition in my biceps. It's like you can like see it's like a hill versus like a kind of there. It's like, oh yeah, it's starting to really be there. And so my biceps, chest, legs, abs, shoulders, back. Today my glutes are really sore. I must have done 100 lunges yesterday and a bunch of pull-ups and rows. So my back is sore. So I'm pushing myself in the gym, which is good. It's one way I become proud of myself is by pushing myself physically and kicking the heavy bag. When I can kick it really hard and recover in a few days, I know my body's in a good spot. And so I think I can continue to push my body as I get into my 50s. In my early 50s, I think I can get my body fat below 10%, get my weight down, maybe another 5 to 10 pounds, increase that skeletal muscle mass, and just become a lean, mean walking tank, essentially. And that's one aspect of life that is worth staying on top of. It's worth staying on top of your health. It's worth spending time at the gym to sculpt your body and stretch and really understand your body and push it to its physical limits. At least that's something that makes me feel good. I've been given this gift of a physical body. It's worth taking care of and treating right. So that's health. Health, I'm feeling pretty good, especially after having gone to Mexico. It's like a Mario Brothers power up. It's like, what's the sound in Mario Brothers? It's like, I can't do it very well, but go search Mario Brothers power up. You'll see him turn into little Mario to big Mario. There's also Fire Mario and a cat flying Mario and who knows what else. So health is doing pretty good. As long as I stick to mostly meat, I seem to do pretty good. It's when I start cheat mealing and eating things I shouldn't be. So that's the only thing. Health, I give myself a B plus right now. Going pretty good. I can do a little bit better in my eating, and I can do a little bit better about stretching and just monitoring my body. And sometimes I push it a little too hard. But I've also been doing cold plunges. I'm up to 2 minutes on the cold plunge now. 2 minutes in the cold plunge was intense. One of my fingers was starting to, there's something called Raynaud's or something that I think I'm susceptible to with enough cold exposure just because of autoimmune and Lyme disease. I did it for 2 minutes in the cold plunge, and by the end, I was feeling it. Every second I wanted to get out, especially in the beginning. It was just an intense focus to just feel the piercing cold. But it does something to my mental health. It stretches I think it creates neural pathways in my brain that I can do hard things and I can sit with discomfort. One of the things that was an important lesson for me to learn this year. So I looked at it as an important lesson. I was like, I need to work on this. Clearly, I need to work on this. And the cold plunge had been sitting there the whole time. It was there the whole time at the gym, at least the last, 4 or 5 months, whenever it got put in. It was there waiting for me, but it kind of beckoned to me or was more prominent as I went back to the gym a couple months ago and really thought about how can I learn to be stronger and sit with things and be centered and not react. And the cold plunge was a big piece of that. And so sitting in immense cold and discomfort for 2 minutes helps me see that I can really sit with discomfort. And sitting with discomfort doesn't mean you just put up with bullshit. Like that is not what it means. But it means I can sit with stress and uncomfortable moments and stress at work, stress in situations, stress with people near me, stress in social situations, that kind of thing, stress with those close to you. That's the kind of stress, or stress in my physical body. A cold plunge, been super good. I love it. So that's health. What else did I say? Wealth and spiritual. And one other thing that I'm forgetting already. Oh my gosh. Health, wealth, spirituality, and work. We'll go work, financial, and then spirituality. So work is going well. AI is becoming a very prominent thing. I'm a senior software engineer, and there's not a day that goes by that I do much coding on my own, actually. It's largely talking to the AI and reviewing code the AI does, because AI is just so much faster. Every company on earth, especially software companies, are going to have to use AI to be successful and competitive, because the AI is so much faster. It's not always 100% accurate, and it requires human intervention to code review and create architecture and direction and design, but the AI is just so much faster. It's only getting better. It'll be interesting to see what happens in the next 3 to 5 years, which is my goal retirement window. Sooner would be better. Tesla takes off. That might be a possibility. But It no longer matters as much how good of a coder I am at work. It matters how well I can leverage the AI to create good architecture and design and code that's easy to read and understand and to do it quickly and effectively. It's kind of like managing another employee, to be honest. Oh, that was a good crack. So that's how I think of AI. It's like an employee I'm managing, a very efficient, highly efficient employee. But I have to be prepared that as AI gets better, one day I may not have a job, and getting a new job in tech is going to be uh, very difficult. We'll just call it that. And I have a twin brother who's exceptional in tech, and he's a manager, and I don't think he'll ever want for work. He's a real wizard. He is something special. He's living with me. I might have to do a video with him. What would y'all think about that? Me bringing on my twin brother onto a video. I've never done that on this channel of mine. So work, so far so good with the AI. I just use it as much as I can and try to stay on top of it and understand that I may be useless in a few years or more. It's just the reality. I may be useless at my job at some point over the next few years, and I have to mentally kind of be prepared for that. So I'm grateful I have my job. I've been there almost 18 years. It pays decently. I get some decent stock. I could definitely get better at other companies, but the stress is low. The stress is low. And I will take low stress for a little bit less pay and stock for sure. I don't want the stress of a job that is just eating away at me. I like to zen out and chill. I have enough money to take care of my needs and have a little bit extra. So yeah. So work is going great. And so that we'll move that into the third one, financially. I have been tracking my net worth since August of 2017. And when I first started tracking it in August of 2017, it was just over $200,000 of net worth. Just getting started, having lived in this condo for almost a year, 11 months, building up some equity in this condo and investing in a 401k, but not much else. As time has gone on since 2017, it's been almost 9 years. Let's see, in 3 months, it'll be 9 years of diligently tracking my net worth. And my net worth is simple. It's everything you own minus everything you owe, assets minus liabilities, the very basics of personal finance. The US government doesn't seem to grasp this, of course, because they can just print money and they're not beholden to anyone. They just are an entity unto themselves in some sense. It seems all of us have to, if we want to not be stressed out and have life be difficult, it's prudent to understand personal finance. And that's the way I see it is, how much do you own and how much do you owe? Take the difference. That's your net worth. In August of 2017, it was about just over $200,000 now. And my net worth has greatly increased since then. And it's greatly increased largely through investing in Tesla stock and now some cryptocurrency ETFs in my brokerage account, along with continuing to max out my 401k every year since then. I've been maxing it out, plus I get an employer match of like $6,000 a year. So it's like just free money that's grown over 9 years. So it's like 54 grand plus its growth over 9 years. So, it's like 100 grand free money, essentially ish. I'd have to go look at the account, and then there's all the money I've put in that's grown. And so realistically, like when my daughter Sienna graduates in about 2 years or just over 2 years, assuming there's not a meteorite, Armageddon level event, World War III, China doesn't invade Taiwan or there's just not insane economic uncertainty, I should be able to retire then. I don't think I will. I think I will work another year or two and kind of see how far I can push through because I have really good insurance at my job, which I'm grateful for. I'm really grateful for my day job, y'all. It has been there with me through multiple back surgeries, illness, Lyme disease, time I've had to take off to go get stem cells, time I've had to take off for sick days. I took almost a week off of work like 2 months ago when I was in the throes of just feeling that difficulty and emotionally not sleeping. I had to take like 3 days off of work, and my work was super okay with it. I just took the sick days. It was no problem. I'm blessed. I'm very lucky to have the job I do for as long as I've had it. I really am blessed. I am grateful, y'all. Very grateful. And part of it is my own hard work, my own putting forth my best foot forward, interacting with people in a kind and loving way, doing my very best and communicating well. I volunteer for things. I'm the scrum master of our team. I do a demo meeting every month that I host on Zoom that a couple hundred people are invited to. Not everyone shows up, but I MC that meeting and I just do it voluntarily. There's nothing I get for doing that except that I'm facilitating something good. And I continue to learn about AI, and I have a very awesome, amazing team at work. Extremely trustworthy, competent, amazing men on my team. They are some super studs, man. Super studs. A couple contractors from Ukraine and a gal from the Ukraine as well. She's incredible too. Works exceptionally hard and gets a lot done. But I'm blessed to work with exceptional men with integrity and who I look up to in a lot of ways. They do things that are very incredible to me in the way they work and operate. So I hope that I can work another few years or more. But around 3 to 5 years, I can tell that I'm going to be slowing down, and I'm going to be ready to take the next leap or chapter, assuming the economy is at least somewhat decent. And so, yeah, health, work, finance. Finance and work are directly related. You could almost chain link the two together because my 401k at work is possible because of work in the match. And I invest my 401k mostly in the S&P 500. It's basically the top 500 companies in the US and their stock. That's the best way to think about it. There's various funds that buy stock in the top 500 companies and weight them, and you can buy an ETF that the company that owns the ETF exchange traded fund will every so often rebalance based on what companies are bigger and smaller, or what companies seem to be showing the most promise. Various things. So I've had to learn the basics of finance, understand cryptocurrency, understand stocks, understand exchange traded funds, understand dividends and interest and taxes and short-term and long-term capital gains and IRAs and 401ks and rules around that and tax rules around that, and understanding why cryptocurrency seems to be something that will be worth purchasing over time. It's a thesis. It's a theory. Cryptocurrency could completely crash, but I don't think it's going to. The US national debt continues to grow at astounding levels, and inflation continues to increase. The US dollar, I believe, one day will be completely overinflated, hyperinflated, and owning assets like stocks and cryptocurrency will be far better than holding on to paycheck. It is It is a fool's errand to live paycheck to paycheck in this world when inflation and government printing and spending is out of control. That's all you need to look at. Is if you understand inflation, which means prices go up because of increased money supply, there's more dollars distributed to everyone. So people are going to buy more stuff. When people buy more stuff, the costs go up. It's just the laws of economics. It's just the laws of economics. People are trying to get as much as they can, get away with as much as they can. And because of that, laws of economics exist. There's some exceptions. I think my twin brother's an exception. He tries to create businesses that don't just raise prices and try to gouge customers and extract as much as they can. He creates amazing products and services and charges way less than competitors. He's a noble soul. There's not many noble souls on this earth. But I understand all those economic principles I've talked about, and I can see how I could live on dividends from exchange traded funds tied to stocks and cryptocurrencies and do pretty well, be able to retire. I can see it. I can understand it enough that I can make it work. In a sense, I'm no longer beholden at some point in the near future to a company, but I'm beholden to markets. And I have to still watch and manage that and still manage my money properly. But I have enough now that I think I could retire and live off dividends, but it would not be something I'd choose to do right now. I have a couple more years of child support for Sienna, and then after that, I could work for another year or two and really maximize my investments. And then who knows, maybe I'll still work because I want something to do for as long as possible. But I love going to the gym, and my company's flexible. I go to the gym during lunch, and so the company's chill and flexible as long as I'm getting my work done. It's great. But financials, I'm doing well. Net worth has many multiples increased since August of 2017, and I believe there's a few more multiples to go over time. And the key is to take your money, your net worth, your assets, and live off the interest and dividends. And yes, there's a way to take out loans. Like I have a home equity line of credit on my condo here that I have not withdrawn from. It's like a credit card against the extra home value you have. Like my home's worth about $465,000 and I owe about $150,000 on it. So I have this $300,000 spread. I only did a HELOC for about $90,000, but I haven't drawn anything from it, and I won't unless there's a real massive dip in the market, like a crash, a 30, 40, a large crash. And then I'll start drawing on it, and I'll have to pay it back at about a 6.5% interest rate. But a market crash is a great opportunity to use that extra money. There's other loans I could take out to do more investments, but that's the only one I have. But yeah, understanding ways to use money. Our world is run by currency and money. I make mortgage payments. I buy food with money. My gym membership is money. Clothes is money. My trips to Mexico for stem cells is money. And prescriptions are money. Taking women out on dates is money. It's all money. It all requires money. Like you don't have to use money in some of those cases. Like you could go on a date in the park, but there's the money of the energy it takes to get there. If I'm going to walk, I have to feed myself. It requires money. If I'm going to drive, it requires charging my car. There's money for that. And so, but the money situation is good. So health, thumbs up. Career, thumbs up. Finances, thumbs up. Spirituality. Spirituality is simply, to me, the life experience and meaning happening. The life experience and meaning happening. Who am I becoming as a person? What do I have to learn? Where are my weak spots? What can I do better? And so on and so on. And what has my journey been like? Am I proud of myself? I am very proud of myself. I'm proud of myself. I believe I can see that I'm operating in the higher levels of power versus force. The force level emotions are shame, guilt, apathy, grief, fear, desire, anger, pride. And when I say I'm proud of myself, it certainly is in that highest level, in the force levels of pride, where I look at myself and I'm proud of who I'm becoming. It certainly dances on the line of power versus force. The power levels are courage, neutrality, willingness, acceptance, reason, love, joy, peace, enlightenment. And spirituality to me is largely operating as high up that level of power as I can, and seeing when I'm not operating in those levels of power, seeing in the past 12 years when I've operated in force. And the moments in my life where I found that were pivotals, when I made that shift from force to power. And I feel like a couple months ago, I began that shift back into power with courage to go back out on my own and to trust that path on my own, that I don't need anyone on this path on my own, that I have some affirmations on my mirror. Do y'all want to see my mirror affirmations? Let me go show them to you. I'm going to pause the video, and then when I unpause it, we'll be in front of my mirror. So these are my mirror affirmations. Hey, how's it going? I got these from a Bruce Lee video, and I don't know if it was Bruce Lee saying these or not, but the key was, these are powerful affirmations no matter who is saying them. First, I am the best. Second, I can do it alone. Third, source is with me. Fourth, I am a winner. Last one, today is my day. We'll say them one more time. I am the best. I can do it alone. Source is with me. I am a winner. Today is my day. And I watched that video with Bruce Lee in it. He was at least voicing the affirmations. I am the best. I can do it alone. Source is with me. I am a winner. Today is my day. And I watched that hundreds and hundreds of times. This was a week or two into, like a couple months ago. It took a couple weeks, and then I really started to look into things like positive affirmations and things. And those 5 affirmations have been very powerful on my spiritual path. It puts the onus on me. It is up to me. Anything that's ever happened to me, any failure that I've ever had, is my fault. Any bad investment, my fault. Woman dumped me, relationship ended, my fault. Something at work didn't go right, my fault. Something with my daughters isn't going well, my fault. My body's not doing great, my fault. I take the responsibility as I retrospect on the past and look at things I can improve and where things were my fault. And that doesn't mean that everything's squarely my fault. No. Not even close. I can see where other people fell short as well. But I can take ownership of what I need to do and do better. And sitting with things and being a better leader were 2 things that came up. And being a better leader with myself, really, to start with. But those are things I'm improving on. That's spirituality to me. I'm growing and learning as a person. I'm becoming stronger from within, not just stronger physically, but stronger mentally, stronger emotionally. And I can feel that. I can see how my leap of faith, my leap of courage 2 months ago, when I had a breakup and I let it end. I didn't try to fight to keep someone who didn't want me. And it was difficult. But I made that choice, and it was in the moment I made the choice when the breakup happened over text. It was instinctual. There wasn't ooh, let me go work this out with AI. Let me really debate and think about this. It was like, no, I deserve this. I deserve someone who wants me. And I'm going to go forward on my path and take a leap of faith, not knowing if it's going to work out for me or not. And that's courage to me. That's spirituality to me. It's full faith and trust in my path in life, full faith and trust in myself, that I can figure it out. I can do it alone. I am the best. I can do it alone. Source is with me. I am a winner. Today is my day. And that and many other things that I've come across over the last couple months. The universe has shown me over the last 2 months that I made the correct choice. I have been rewarded by the universe. That's as much as I'll say. I've been rewarded by the universe in all 4 of these categories of life. I've been rewarded socially. Like when I go out and I go dance, I feel a confidence and a strength within me, a strength in my own center, my own worth, my own value, and my ability to see that and to not accept anything less than someone else who also sees that. That's very powerful, very liberating, very spiritual, because it does take a leap of faith to do that. Over the last 12 years, there have been many times in the past, especially in the beginning, where I fought and stayed friends with someone to try to get them to see my worth and value, to take a watered down situation, to take someone who wants to alleviate their guilt or leave a door cracked open just in case. And that part of me, that version of me is gone. And I felt it the first time in the summer of 2020 with someone I really liked. I felt that shift occur when I simply walked away from someone without a long conversation, without someone who just left and then a few days later wanted to talk. And I said, no, thanks. There's no need to talk. All the best. And that was the beginning of me making that shift from not trying to keep people in my life who didn't want me or didn't see my value or who weren't trustworthy and all sorts of things. The people who just aren't a vibrational match for me naturally, given enough time, disappear from my life. It's just nature taking its course, I think is the best way to put it. It doesn't make other people evil. Those people in my past, it doesn't mean they're bad people. There's definitely some incongruencies, incompatibilities, and things about them that are not a vibrational match with me. I'm an open, honest, love to share emotions, love to talk. I don't hide stuff. I don't curate myself. I am exactly as I am, and I believe this is a far more powerful way to be, up in those power levels versus the other levels, fear, desire, and other things. It's a far more powerful way of being, to be honest, truthful, authentic, and not try to hide anything, and to communicate well and honestly and openly. And that's who I am. And people come into my life who are like that as I exude that frequency and I exude the confidence in myself and my own value. It's a natural occurrence for people to come into my life that are like that toward me. That's what I've noticed. And it's beautiful. It's correct. It's just nature taking its course. It's me growing, and I'm grateful for the situations in my life that have grown me spiritually. Some of my most difficult moments were necessary. What happened this year was necessary. I needed it. It was kind of like a kick in the butt. It's like, hey, what are you doing? Why are you putting up with this? That kind of thing. And I got to experience that and shed the avoidant part of me through that experience by not just ending it and not just bolting at the first sign of discomfort, which happened very early on. And by doing that, I gained emotional strength and centeredness and security, earned security. That earned security video I did a couple of videos ago was beautiful. I earned my secure attachment style that I have now. I earned it. I can sit with discomfort, and it's beautiful. Earned secure attachment, big part of my spiritual journey. And as the months go by and the years go by, there'll be more things related to my spiritual journey. And certainly a big part of that spiritual journey is how far can I go in life? How far can I take this physical form and my mental and emotional and intellectual and spiritual state of being? How far can I go in life as I age? How much can I delay the aging process? My hips and knees and shoulders and back and everything are achy right now. It's like, oh, I'm 48. What am I going to be like in 30 or 40 years? I don't know. But it's going to be a spiritual journey to go through it and to experience aging happen to me. Those aches and pains, I no longer have Wolverine-like healing energy like I did in my teenage years and early 20s. What a time that was. I could play basketball for 8 hours a day and wake up the next day like nothing happened. Just crazy. But spirituality, the growth, the learnings, the pain and difficulty and suffering that happened to me that helped me grow. And here I am today, continuing my quest, going on side quests. I made a little short video, a questing adventure. Life is kind of like that. We're adventurers in life and we have quests to go on. But this is a long video, and we'll see if anyone watches to the end. And if you watched it to the end, let me know that you watched it to the end, and share something you learned. Share anything you learned, and how do you feel like you're doing in those areas, your health, your career, your finances, and your spirituality. How are you doing in those areas? Anything to work on? Anything that I said that you think might help or not? Or is it just fun to listen to me ramble for almost 38 minutes now? Whoa, I can ramble, that's for sure. But I'm going to end this video with gratitude for all of y'all. Gratitude very much for all of you that watch my channel, the few souls that comment and share, and just immense gratitude. And life continues on. The story goes on, life goes on. That's the way of things. So be it. Thanks for listening. Namaste. We'll see you in the next video.